Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Internet Marketers Talk Show. And today's topic is how you can write the impactful content for your business. And to discuss on this topic, I have a very special guest, and her name is Danu, and you all know her. So, without any delay, let's welcome our guest, Danu.
Hello, everybody. Super excited to see you. Thank you, Mohan, for this opportunity. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for your time, and again, welcome to my show.
It's an honor, honestly. I really feel good about it.
Great. Yeah, great. Yeah, okay. So I want to know about your backstory. Why did you come into this field? What is your biggest why to start this affiliate marketing or to start your this online journey?
It was around, I would say 2020 when everything started. Like around the
Mhm.
pandemic, I was a lot on TikTok. And once I was like around a lot on TikTok, there were always like people telling you, to invest and stuff like that. And my
Mhm.
mindset started to shift. I wanted to become a doctor, like initially.
Okay.
And then I saw TikToks about investing and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, I'm going to be a doctor and invest some of my salary. And then it switched more and it said, okay, maybe I can have a business on the side too. And then it switched more and more. And I decided, you know what if I'm going full time to a business, right? After I finish my studies. And I found out about affiliate marketing around April 2021, but
Mhm.
I procrastinated so much, like 6 months, because
Mhm.
just because of the fact that I was super afraid to invest in myself. And I finally launched myself, my business, like on TikTok, with everything was set up, like the funnel, around early November. And I tried TikTok for like 2 months, but I didn't have like a framework. I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just posting content. I got a little
Okay.
bit of audience in there, just like 1K, 1.3K followers. I'm
Mhm.
still posting on there, but then I met someone who is now my mentor, and she told me, you can go on Facebook. And then I moved on to Facebook around December. um, and I also have like Instagram on the side, and now I'm more into Facebook because I realized the power that it has. And now I'm 7 months into this.
Okay. Wow, that's a great journey. So you wanted to become doctor and now you have become an entrepreneur as well. So
Yeah,
wow,
indeed.
it's a nice story. Okay, so now I'm very curious about this look, like mask look. What is the main reason behind it? Because not only me, even the people who are, the people who are following you, they are very curious. Like, why?
Like, you have absolutely no idea how many like DMs I get, like, why are you wearing a mask? I literally get a friend request and then like, why are you wearing a mask? On that, or a reach out message, and I say nice to meet you, and then their next message is like, why are you wearing a mask? Like, this is how often it happens. And the thing is, I would say, this vision like long before actually starting, around that period when I was procrastinating. By the way, and that period when I say I was procrastinating, I was actually trying like other things like trading, but I never got like over, I would say, the part, in trading you can actually like be use the broker and use
Mhm.
like kind of like fake money just to get used to the charts and stuff like that. And I never got over that part. So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to start affiliate marketing. Let's see how this goes. Because it's easier to invest if you have more money. And how can you have more money than from a business, right? And
Mhm.
in that period I actually had, you know what, if I'm gonna have like a brand, how will it look like? And I had I would say these people that I was following, one of them was just showing half of his face. And when he told me like he was making 1K a month, at that time I was actually shocked, and I took him as an inspiration. And I also
Mhm.
saw other people just doing this, like with a bandana or something like that. And I was like, okay. it's not because I'm insecure. It's not because, a lot of people are just telling me, are you insecure? Why aren't you showing your face? Are you afraid of being judged? No, it's because simply it's my brand. And I decide, you know what? Why not remain anonymous? Well,
Yeah.
altogether. I'm just going to show my voice and stuff like that. A lot of people are asking me like when I'm gonna take it off, which is not really soon. I don't plan to take it really, really soon. Maybe
Of
in the
course.
future, but it's a little bit like a little chance to do it. And before actually starting, I remember recording myself like a TikTok, and this is how I'm gonna look like. And I saved it in my drafts, and I can actually say that that was my first TikTok before actually starting anything. So yeah, this remain my brand.
Wow, that's actually this is a very unique way to present yourself and to make curiosity as well, because people are curious like who is behind this face, behind this mask. So it's really a unique way to present yourself, and of course it definitely builds a brand because everyone know you with Mask Danu, right? So
Yeah,
it's
indeed. Like when I moved to Facebook, I actually had a few people telling me, "Oh, are you the mask Faye from TikTok?" And they recognized me just because of the mask, and that was like an amazing feeling.
yes, yes, of course. Okay, so now we talk like our main topic of today's discussion is content creation. So, what, as per you, what is the importance of the content in online business? So, I'm adding your slides here.
Yeah. I have a lot of slides because I'm actually super excited to share with your audience. This is like
Yes,
content. This is how you found out about me, right? This is how you
yes,
found out about my existence. And I
yes,
actually had lots of people, not only in the comments telling me that I'm writing like pretty good pieces, but actually in DMs. They went
of
like
course.
out of their comfort zone and told me, Danu, you're really good, and your piece is really good. This piece is really good. I really liked it. And I wanted to share with you like what's the thing like with
Yes.
content and how to make it good basically.
Mm-hmm.
So content in affiliate marketing is one of the most important things to do. So this is the only thing in organic marketing industry that is showing people that you actually exist. So why is it the most important? Because you can see it from like the scheme below. You have content marketing. That is where everything starts basically. And then you get the people that know about your existence and they come into your DMs, what are you doing? And then you start talking to them, and if they actually need your help, you can go ahead and close them and get them into a program or stuff like that. The thing is,
Yes.
this is where everything starts, because if you can be the best prospector, but nobody if nobody knows about your existence, you won't be closing anyone. This is where it actually starts. So this will help you actually attract more people to your offer instead of you chasing them. So I would say make yourself visible through content, and you can post them either on your wall, you can post them on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. This is how you make yourself visible, or even in groups. I would say on Facebook groups, these are actually very powerful.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
So I know that a lot of people were asking me like, what should I consider before writing, right? Like, what's the thing? So, what is it? Isn't it for the viewer? This is a thing that you actually should consider and think before. You need to make sure to make it engaging. Like, people need to go out of their way or and comment or like it. And who are you trying to target? So the first thing is, what is in it for the viewer? So a lot of people are just thinking about themselves. So when was the last time you thought about yourself? Like, what am I gonna eat today? What is in it for me this day? Let's say, okay. But when you're writing content, you need to leave that aside. This is everything for your audience, like all in for your audience. You are trying to solve your audience's problem, not yours. And don't
Right.
just assume that what problems, like the problems that they are facing, but keep connecting to people and find out about their issues and write a piece about it. So, a lot of, just to make it targeted, as we will discuss in the next points, this is
Mm-hmm.
one of the things you need to talk. You need to talk to your audience, right? and they will appreciate it so much that they'll keep following you, and you'll keep nurturing them with your content, and in the future they might work with you. Like, for example, I've been following my mentor for a lot of time, like I'm telling you, months, and I only became her student, like, I would say pretty recent, like one to
Okay.
2 months ago. And
Hmm.
I've known her like for a while. Imagine if she stopped posting content and I didn't know like what she was doing, right? It would be
Yes.
like, you know, oh, someone lost. The next thing is make it engaging, because people on social media definitely have a low attention span. So actually, did you know that people are can be like patient and looking at a piece like for 7 to 15 seconds? Like literally a fish can has this attention span, right? I would say let's
Yes.
blame it on TikTok, right? Because you have like those short videos and stuff like that, and I've been in that place myself. You need to keep them hooked until the end. And if it's a text format, you can make them stop scrolling by having an eye-catchy picture, having an eye-catchy hook, or writing something eye-catchy. So when it comes to the picture, you know, Mohan, when you're scrolling and you see like the picture, this is the first thing that you're seeing on Facebook specifically. Well,
Yes.
I saw one thing actually that blown my mind was I saw someone just having like a picture with his head all over the place, and he was making like funny faces. Of course people are gonna stop and see what's about, and then you're gonna hook them with a nice hook. So for example, I would say three top mistakes that you should stop doing right now, or
Mhm.
did you know about this, or just try and make it as eye catchy as possible, and write
Yes.
something eye catchy plus a CT. So a CT stands for call to action. By writing something eye catchy, I was just thinking maybe something funny, because one of the pieces that actually exploded on my content was with the title, what does lasagna have to do with business? And then I just went on from there, and it was like a sweet little piece of content, and it actually got like 55 likes, and I think I had like 300 friends at the moment, so it blew.
Yes. Of
It just
course.
exploded, right? In the CTA, the call to action is not only telling people, come to me if you need help, I have this offer, blah blah blah, but it's just telling people, comment below what you think, like the post if you found it relatable or something like that. Just make your audience, because your audience doesn't really know what to do after, okay? And if they feel like commenting in the beginning, and maybe you have like a long piece and they don't feel like commenting in the end, just telling them, comment below what you think, maybe they will comment, right?
Yes. Yes. Of course.
So the third thing is, who are you trying to target? So if your target is everyone, your target is no one. I mean, I think we all have heard of this, right? You need to have
Yes.
like one
Target.
targeted, definitely, right? And about the drink line thing, I'm gonna explain like a little bit later. So one targeted post is 100 times better than seven which are not targeted. So leave aside, I would say, motivational quotes every single day. We're gonna talk about like this later, because you also need to have different topics in your content and different formats. So who's
Hmm.
your target audience, right? So you need to find it about yourself, right? You need to find about it yourself, sorry. So if
Yeah.
it's someone that you can relate to, and you feel comfortable working with for the next couple of weeks or months, right? So I would advise like everyone that is watching live or the replay, just go to your journal. If you don't have a journal, it's literally a book where you write your thoughts, your business journey, maybe a resume to your trainings or something like that. So um go and write the features of your old self down in your journal. So it can be from months ago or even years ago. Then,
Yes.
when writing down your piece, imagine
Hmm.
yourself talking to that person and empathizing with them. So that's a targeted post. So if I'm taking my um my target audience as an example, if I'm going months ago, it would be the struggling affiliate who's just trying to close some tickets on TikTok. She doesn't have a framework, she doesn't have anything. And if I'm
Hmm.
going years ago, it's the student that is studying for the exams, just trying to, have this dream of getting into the medical school, right? Or you can combine the two of these. So it will be the student who is
Hmm.
studying for their exams, but they don't want to work a normal 9 to 5. And that's why they start a business. Boom, here's your dream client, right? So
Yes.
make sure you write content about this and imagine yourself talking to them. So one of the things that I was doing like a while ago was going on Google Docs and literally turning the microphone on and just talking. And that was like one of the best pieces I would say that you know got out of my mouth, literally, because
Hmm.
I was imagining myself talking to someone. So you can try that.
Yeah, of course, I'll do
So
that.
tell me how it goes, by the way.
Yeah, it
So
is fantastic.
So what you
Okay.
should consider
Yeah.
while writing your piece. So let's say you have those things in mind that we just discussed. What about while you are writing your piece? So your piece, may be long text or video, is made of three parts. So you have the hook that we just discussed, is the title, and that's the first headline. So remember when I said that people have a low attention span, like of a fish, right? If
Hmm.
your hook won't catch their attention, they will definitely scroll, especially if there's a reel. I literally have a friend, I was looking at her while she was on TikTok. She was scrolling like this, because a lot of videos don't have the hook to catch their
Right.
attention. And when it actually had, on one video actually had, um, she stopped and watched until the end. Like, this is how people scroll nowadays, just like that. And I'm not even exaggerating. The hook,
Yes.
it's so important. So your engagement, if they scroll, your engagement will be hurt, because just like what Facebook algorithms is about, is just the more you give, the more you receive. So it's all about engagement when like on each app, but on Facebook specifically, the more you give, the more you receive. So just to like boost your post, even though it doesn't have like a great hook, I would say it's good to interact with others' posts before, and that's like a win-win, right? It's an engagement for those people that you're interacting with, and an engagement for the other people. The topic that you're writing about. So this is again important. Make it make sense. So don't jump from one idea to another, and keep in mind that your audience needs to like it, not you. So I had the habit of just asking everyone, do you think this piece is okay? But they don't know my audience, they don't know my people, they don't know. I mean, I should literally just post it as it is and see if your audience is like it, right? So
Yes.
when I said don't jump from one idea to another, there are a lot of people who just like say one idea here and then another idea in the long part, and then in the end another idea, and a lot of people don't know what it's going on. You need to go by one idea, and if you have multiple ideas in your head, write them down and then restructure them in a good
Mhm.
piece. And the CTA, the call to action, needs to be clear and not pushy. You should add them on every post. So you shouldn't add them on every post, actually, or you'll seem desperate. They usually go with value driven posts right at the end, or in the video, like if you're having a reel or something like that. This one also needs to stand out, or if it's something about your offer, it needs to stand out in the written posts too. So you may have, like, let's say an emotional post, right? You are telling your story, what you've gone through, right? And then you're having like a CTA at the end. If you want this offer, just DM me. Like, your audience will be like, okay, I really relate to this person, and they feel pitched. It doesn't work like that. You shouldn't like, this is a tip from me. You shouldn't add um CTA, a call to action, on the
Mhm.
post where you're telling something about your story or something you've went through, because Your audience needs to relate to you emotionally. They just don't care about a call to action, right? So on video, this one also needs to stand out, or if it's something about your offer, it needs to stand out in the written post too. And how you can make those stand out actually? Through emojis, through bold text, italic text. Like you can use
Yes,
different softwares just to make your text like in italic or in bold, make it bigger just to stand out in the audience's eyes. And
exactly.
these are the
Okay.
top 5 mistakes you must stop doing right now, right? So not engaging with others' content before. Exactly what I told you. If you aren't going to engage, the more you give, the more you receive. You give a lot, you give a little, you're gonna receive a little. And you think that your posts are just trash, you know, just because they don't get engagement, but it's your fault. You need to interact on Facebook, especially like 15 minutes before. Or what I'm doing
Yes.
is 10 minutes before and 5 minutes after, just to warm up the algorithm, and people are just going to see your post boosted, like at the like as the first post on their wall. And number two is not being consistent. So maybe you fall in this trap where you haven't posted for 5 6 days, right? Because you have maybe some family issues, you know. The thing is, it's okay to not be consistent sometimes. Your wall can stay empty, I would say, for 2 to 3 days, but never make that a habit, like at all. Never make that a habit. And um if you are going to make that a habit, break it right now, because this is serious, you know. As I told you in the first slide, that's where everything comes, you know. There will be people watching you in the darkness, like stalking you, which is one of the best things that you can have, like stalkers on your account, because they when they reach out to you, they're gonna say, oh, I've been watching you for a few months, and that will be actually like a hot lead for you, a hot lead, definitely. And you need to consistently post, right? Don't think that nobody is watching you, because there might be 1 or 2 people that are just literally watching you in the darkness. You don't even have them as friends, but they are following you. So you need to keep consistent with that. Posting the same time of content format. So I've seen people, oh my goodness, around like my whole Facebook feed, the only thing that they are posting is quotes. Quote on Monday, quote on Tuesday, quotes on Friday, quotes on Saturday. That's just, ugh. Their audience is going to get super tired, super, super tired. And posting the same content format would be not only quotes, like the same, I would say the same topic, but this in the same format. And I've actually done that myself. I was only writing, the topic was different, but it was only long content, like only a picture and long description. You need to kind of like mix and match. You need to like post reels too, maybe some long videos, maybe a live weekly, right? This way your audience won't get like tired of you at all. They will literally be super engaged. And if your content is also good by the hook, you have the hook, you have the good topic that is solving their problem, you have the CTA at the end, they're going to be engaged, right? The
Yes.
fourth one is not writing your content in bulk. And I'm telling you, this is one of the things that I've actually done, because I feel like I don't have like 2 to 3 hours in a day just to write my content for the whole week. It's a struggle sometimes, but now it's, I would say, summer vacation, and I can write it in bulk. It's completely fine. So, um, there will be some days when you'll be posting it's like your content 5 minutes before, and you have like your piece written for like 15 minutes before, right? Um,
Mhm.
I would say don't do it, and try and find like 2 to 3 hours in a day per week so you can write your content. Why? Because it's gonna seem forced, it's gonna seem rushed. Maybe your hook won't be fine, maybe your topic won't be fine, maybe your CTA will be maybe too pushy, I would say. So try and not write it every single day, because it's gonna get tiring, and your focus is going to get away like from the content, from the marketing and prospecting itself, because that's actually so important too. It will shift to your content only, and it will be draining. I've been there. Number 5 is using too many fonts and not having a white space. So I've seen a lot of people actually on my account doing this too. I've seen like it seemed like a lot of spam. They have, I would say, in the hook, they have like a heart every single letter. Like they have, let's say, affiliate marketing, and in between those letters, there's a heart. That seems spammy, right? You shouldn't do that. And
Yes.
it's super, I would say, it's super not engaging if you're going to write your content on Facebook as in a book. You need to have for each idea, for each full stop that you put, you need to have like 1 to 2 lines of white space, and these are actually like apps for that. And or you can add like a sign, I would say like a dot in between like those lines, and it's going to be more interacting, and for your audience it's going to be easier to scroll. Number 6 is not responding to comments and only liking them. It's all about the algorithm, right? If your
Yes.
algorithm won't pick up your posts, it doesn't matter like how good they are. No people are going to see it, and if no people are going to see it, you're not going to have visibility. No visibility, no people that are going to know about your existence, right? So, and this is one of the things, Facebook is going to push posts up that are actually really engaging, and you can make them engaging by just responding to the comments, not only liking them, responding to the comments. If you have 40 comments, respond, I would say 3 comments now, then maybe leave it aside a little bit, then other 3 comments, so your your post will stay up the feed, definitely. And number 7 is not having inspiration. So this is actually kind of controversial, but let me tell you like why this is a mistake not to have inspiration. So when you stop having inspiration, that means you stopped learning, and that's actually a very dangerous place to be in as an affiliate marketer. You need to offer value to your audience, and how are you gonna offer value if your learning just stopped, right? And I'm gonna
Yes.
tell you like a few places where you can get your inspiration from. Literally books. You can have a chapter in books and you can write a piece about it. Or your training with your mentor was really good and you learned something, make a piece about it. One of the things that I would say helped me so much to like boost my posts would be combining my lifestyle with content, with value. So let's say that I was just like very tired about the exams, and I was just like studying a lot, and then I'm going to combine something with business. Like it will actually be draining in business also, and but I'm gonna make it, you can make it something inspirational or something valuable, and your audience may like it. Another thing that you should do would be going on sites. Uh, I believe it's Ask the Audience. I don't remember exactly the site, but you got questions in there that your audience, like in affiliate marketing, if you're writing affiliate marketing, is going to pop up like a lot of questions from people. Is affiliate marketing, let's say, a scam? And you can write something about it, like breaking it down, and that
Yes.
would be
Yes.
like source of inspiration. Um, and that's a site you can use. Um, and yeah, just simple trainings, like even YouTube videos. Like if you're going to something inspirational, you can watch a YouTube video, you learn something, write a piece about it. So that's why I would say not having inspiration is kind of like a mistake.
Wow.
And if your audience has any questions, you can like they can actually like comment, because I will be super excited to answer them. And thank you for this.
Wow. That's really great. Actually, you have explained everything in very detailed manner. And let me summarize. I mean, no, I will not be able to cover all the points which you have covered, but still, let me summarize that content is everything for your business, because this is the only channel your customer or the consumer will know you about your thought, about your business, about the way you work. So this is very very important for any online business to have the great content or impactful content, because this is the only way you share, I mean, you connect with your audience emotionally, and they will read your content and they will connect to you emotionally, and later on you can think about the business. And of course, nowadays we are seeing people are sharing the content, but that should be focused on the solution of the problems of your customer. That is very very important. Just sharing the content is not important, but what value you are providing to your customers or the consumers, that is most important thing. And yes, we have talked about like hook, story and offer we should have. Of course the hook is very important, because as you said, like nowadays people do not have that span, like attention span is very very less, around 3 to 5 seconds. And if you are able to hook them, then you are the winner. And this is also important, like if you are writing the content, then have it engaging. It should not be like people start reading it and later on they'll get bored. Like they should be connected, right? And after that, you should definitely have an CTA, but not in every post. There are some posts where CTA is important, not in every post. And again, very important point you have covered about the targeted audience, because we have to have the target audience. And as you said, like your older version is the best target audience for yourself, because the things which you have thought in the in the past, whatever you have faced, the struggle you have faced, the solution you were looking. So these are very important point when you are deciding the target audience. Apart from that, you have very well explained what mistakes the beginners are doing, because nowadays there are a lot of information is available on the internet, on the Facebook. Some are good, some are misleading as well.
Very
And
misleading.
yes, and about the Facebook algorithm, definitely, you want to if you want to get more, you have to give more. So if you want like people will comment on your post, they will read your post, then you have to do the same process for others as well. And definitely, before posting any content, you should go and comment to other posts, and you need to watch their content, you need to read their content and give some reaction. And again, we have like you have discussed about how to write. I mean, once you've decided the topic, you need to have the clear vision how you're writing. Like you should have that emojis, right? And you should have that bold italic, because if you are writing it in plain text, it will
Yeah.
not look very exciting for people who are reading it. And after that, you should have the blank space as well. Even I have shared this information like these how to write the content in my earlier post, or maybe will in the comment section I will post that again, like what are the websites we should use. Okay,
Yeah.
and yeah, so you have explained everything and very well explained. So my the thing is like sometimes people think that writing a long content is very boring, and some people think that if I write the long content, people will not read it. So what is your view on that?
So that is actually a little bit true. It depends on your audience. So I would say from one girl that was actually really good with content, I saw an interview with her. And the thing is, I would say when you're trying to build your audience, like let's say you have like 100 friends, 200 friends, try and make them a little bit shorter, not like just let people scroll and scroll and scroll. Like it's gonna become boring, right? And you want engaged people, especially at the beginning. So try and write, that long piece of content. That's fine. But try and summarize it. You write it down and then try to take the main points and then try and push it like on Facebook. I would say put it on Facebook only like summarized. But it's fine to have like I would say long content from now and then, because if you're going to I would say focus on that will be an issue. But if you aren't, and you will have also lives on your account, also like long videos or reels, your audience will still be there. And if you're actually like having a little bit of value in videos, they're going, you know what, I'm just interested in the hook, let me just like read it. But when you're building your audience, please don't make it like very very long, like kilometers. Don't make it that long. Okay,
Mhm.
try and summarize, and I'm telling you, it will be the same value. same value, or make it two separate posts. Like if you have like 10 points, don't put 10 points into a long term into a long form post. Have five, and then tomorrow you're gonna have the next five, and that's how you're gonna keep your audience engaged.
Yes, yes, of course. Guys, I hope you have got a great value from this session. And yeah, like a couple of more things we want to I want to discuss here. How do you plan your content? Like, what should be the topic? And yeah, like, what is a way to plan the content?
So at the moment, I am focusing more on the other apps too. Like I am on Instagram too more. I started posting on TikTok every now and then. So I would say if you feel overwhelmed by, I would say just writing every single day, try and at least be consistent. Like find your pattern. You can post today, tomorrow. You can leave it as it is and focus maybe on stories. You can post the next day after you've taken a break, and so on. You can post, just keep consistent, not every day, but try and find your pattern, like 4 times a week, maybe 3 times a week if it was like a really busy day. And when it comes to what you should write about content, I would say there are three main things, like for beginners, that you should actually leverage. So you have value, you have lifestyle, like your lifestyle, people actually like relate to you, okay, through lifestyle. And you also have results. So the little results that you have, no matter what it is, maybe it's some views on TikTok, your post exploded, post about it.
Mhm.
You have a testimonial, you've helped someone, post about it. That's a result of yours. So try and leverage those and make them engaging. And other posts, I would say, ask your audience like what type of training you should do. So if you got like to the point where you're doing trainings, ask your audience, okay, should I make this or that? And that's actually an engagement post. Like your audience will engage on that, and it's gonna boost your account up, that specific post up. Remember, I told you about comments. You can still reply to some comments. Let's say you left 3 comments on a post from 3 days ago. Reply to those, and that is going to be on their feed too. So that's actually a method that I'm using.
Wow, that's really great. And guys, if you follow what Danu is following, definitely you will get a great engagement. So Danu, last thing, like, what advice would you want to give to a beginner who is just starting out in this business for the content creation? What will be your advice?
So I would say focus on content definitely, but one mistake that I've made as a beginner again is focus only on that. You need to focus on talking to people too. You need to focus on again learning, because if you're not learning, you have no content to post, and only posting quotes from the internet won't work. That's one advice. A second advice, I would say, post on stories more. That's again one thing that I just put away like for a long time. Post on stories. You have, you just woke up early today, post it on the stories. And of course, have like 2 to 3 hours in between them. Try and also post value on stories. The thing is with stories that it's about urgency, so people know it's gonna disappear in 24 hours. Oh, let me see what Danu had to post for today, and I'm just going to scroll. And that's why I would say people are actually more engaged when it comes to call to actions on the story. They already have that urgency because they know it's going to disappear in 24 hours, so they are more likely to reply. And the third thing I would say, don't try multiple platforms at the time. Like don't try to post 7 days worth of content on Facebook, 7 days worth of content on Instagram, and then 5 times a day on TikTok. It's just going to burn you out, I'm telling you. It's just literally gonna to burn you out, and being burnt out, it's not a funny experience, and it comes in
Yes.
many shape or forms, right? uh there's sometimes when you don't even realize that you're burnout, or you don't want to even admit it that you're burnout, right? So I would say just focus on Facebook. Then I would say Facebook and Instagram, they are not the same app, but you can interconnect them. And what you're writing on Facebook, you can actually write on Instagram but change the format. So it's not gonna take a lot of work. If you're going to take like this combination of Facebook and Instagram, it's not gonna take a lot of work. And you can try that. And I would say a fourth advice for your audience would be, um, experiment with different types of content, experiment with different topics that you want to talk about, experiment with anything that it's on your head. Let's see how this works. Let's see how posting at this time works. Let's see how posting this story will work. And yeah, that's basically, I would say, uh, by experimenting, you will find what works for you. And when you find what works for you, you finally crack the code for you. Like, it's, you just need to be consistent, and again, do it all over again, like rinse and repeat, right? Just
Yes.
by doing experimenting.
Yes, yes, definitely. Because as a beginner, you should try different things because at starting you don't know what will work for you. And of course, as you said, it's a very good point that once you write the content, you can repurpose it in other platform as well. So, guys, if you are a beginner in this field, definitely those points which we have discussed, it will definitely help you. And Danu, thank you so much for being in my show and providing a lot of tons of
Thank you
values.
so much for inviting me. Honestly, it's awesome. Honestly, awesome. I was so excited to provide value to everyone that's watching.
Thank you so much, and I'll see you again. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.
See ya. See ya.